Hi, Jim. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Let's start with your background. How did you get started in the cryptocurrency space and in Bitcoin, right? And with your company?
Yeah, so myself, I'm a computer science major. I've been then skipping to doing like entrepreneurship, basically. Since 20 years, I work in the payment industry, starting with small payment in telecom solution, carrier billing. And then we got a license with the company 10 years ago for payment services. And we also VASP since 4 years now. More recently, because we were convinced about the blockchain, the technology of blockchain, and how Bitcoin can be a store value asset. So we already bought a bit of Bitcoin in the company by ourselves with our own funds. And also we were testing a lot of stuff with the blockchain and doing crypto to fiat, fiat to crypto. So we basically thought for long that there will be a fusion of the payment network through fiat to crypto. So it was just natural and logic for us to say, okay, now we need to pile more reserve. So the idea now for the company is to raise capital so that we can buy more Bitcoin. We're gonna keep the payment services as a business because it works. But on the other side, we're gonna pile the store value asset.
All right. And let's talk about Bitcoin Treasuries, right? Why are they rising so much in popularity?
Yeah, so for us, we have been following strategy, which is the first one for long. But what is interesting in the BTC Treasury company or crypto treasury company is that people want to invest in stocks. So it's basically stocks, it's company. What happened with stock market usually is like a stock is valued for what it's gonna be in the future. So when you enter and you buy stocks from the stock market of a BTC Treasury company, you actually value what the company will have as stock value asset in the future. That's the reason why if you buy it as of now, you're gonna have like multiple price of the Bitcoin underlying asset Bitcoin.
All right. Then what about other types of treasuries, right? Alternatives such as Ethereum, Solana, and so on.
So for me, I'm going to give my opinion. In my opinion, and as a fact, Bitcoin, the BTC are limited. So there is 21 million. I don't know exactly much. We don't know exactly how much was lost. Maybe 20%. There's a lot of figures. And the BTC Treasury already piled 1 million. As of last week, it was 1 million piled by BTC. So from my perspective, I think that Bitcoin has the quality for a store value asset. It can be compared to gold because it has same kind of capability and even more because it's really limited. And also it can move faster. You can move Bitcoin faster than gold, obviously. And it can travel the time as well. I mean, internet was built against a nuclear war. So the blockchain will survive also, and Bitcoin and your self-custody wallet will survive anymore, which is like, I mean, never happened for humanity.
How do you perform a selection process in this industry or in this area?
So you mean as an investor, I guess? Yeah. So as an investor, I mean, if you are investing in a BTC Treasury company or a Solana company, Solana Treasury company, first, as you mentioned, you need to consider the kind of asset which is the store value asset behind. Okay, if you believe in Solana, if you believe in Bitcoin. So we believe in Bitcoin. So my point is like, okay, we're just buying Bitcoin. And then when you buy any stock, you need to do your due diligence about the company, right? So it's like the company was, for example, a zombie, which is the case for a lot of companies, and they do have a great management, but the past business didn't work, and they just decided to take this shell and inject capital. We see the next generation of BTC Treasury company more connected to the finance. So that's my point of view. So So of course we are a PSP. We understand blockchain. We understand how the banks work, how the payment works, the payments. I mean the trades. So I think it's important that the future BTC Treasury company understand that, so that it could play a role in the risk also, because for us we are a regulated entity, so we cannot take too much risk because we have the necessity to keep the payment service provider with sufficient funds in it. So it could be like a choice for an investor, for a shareholder to say, okay, I'm going to buy this stock because this stock, the management is great. I'm going to buy this stock because I believe in the underlying asset. Or I buy this stock because I think they take that much risk and it's okay for short term. Or I prefer this one because they don't take risk and it's perfect for long term. Mm-hmm. So it's really the goal of the person that will buy the stock, doing some due diligence and align the goal of the investor to the type of treasury company.
Exactly. Who do you think are great examples in this industry of, people who are running the treasury companies in a way that, you think that, they're professionals?
I mean, the big player, they are all acquainted with finance. Only Microsoft just arrived, but it was the first one. So myself, being very humble, I've been studying all that has been doing by the big players, and they try all type of tools to raise capital. So convertible note, BTC backed convertible note. So I cannot say that I saw like bad companies. The only thing is like we will see in the future which are the one that could survive the bear market. I think that's the most important thing. It's like many people don't understand that building like a zombie company or at least building a BTC Treasury company, if you don't do anything with your Bitcoin, you don't earn money. Mm-hmm. Or if you try to have yield on Bitcoin, then it's gonna be maybe dangerous. So it means that at some point, you just have a company with cost. Mm-hmm. So you need to be able to not to liquidate your Bitcoins when there's the bear market. So that's also the perspective. So we don't know now, and I think most of the people are super successful, and the management and the big company also you see there, they have great ideas. So and there's only less than 200
21 million
BTC Treasury companies. So it's not a lot. It's
about the BTC Treasury companies. Yeah. All right, then we touched a few times upon the topic of risk, right? What about the risks in this, in this whole trend? Maybe bankruptcies, right? That's something that a lot of people are, warning the space about. And what kind of other uncertainty comes with this whole idea of having this BTC Treasury company?
Yeah. So the risk perspective. I mean, again. It really depends on the type of company, the management. So if you look at, if you survive the bear market, then it's okay. If you want to do due diligence on any company, you have to which is difficult, but you have to to dig really deeper to analyze, which is already all public, the convertible notes, and all those tools they're using, so that you know how much they're going to be dilution, how much, when they have to repay the debt, because at some point they repay the debt, and if you don't have the money and you only spend on the Bitcoin, there will be a problem. So the risk is more about looking at the experience of the management, I think. So, I mean, for all companies.
Founder risk, basically.
Yeah. Founder or management, because there can be founders and then capital arriving, and then they put management. If generally when it's like this, they're gonna put like guys that are acquainted with finance. If you are acquainted with finance, okay. If you have, I don't know, any kind of business, I'm not gonna have a business or an industry, because if I say coffee, there we're gonna be a bit situated with coffee. If I say hotel, you have a Meta Planet. So
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you have companies that are not acquainted with crypto.
Yeah.
So it's just learning. So if it's just like a solo entrepreneur, he has a listed company and he don't know about finance, he don't know about the tools, he don't have any regulation on top of him. Maybe if he's lucky to have a listed company and raise capital, you don't know for the future. So it's more about it's the same for the stocks actually. When you have a company and it's like you invest in a company and you see that the people are not in this industry and say we're gonna revolutionize another industry, if you can doubt about it a bit. So my point is like there will be bankruptcy for sure, because I mean it's like
High risk industry.
yeah, it's not high risk industry. It's just a lot of players are starting, so nobody will survive. Oh, but no, not all will survive. And when the people say it's a bubble, so it's gonna explode, I don't think it's gonna explode because it's not capital raised for doing, I don't know, like in the early webs to build, to pay developers stuff. It's just raise capital to pile Bitcoin. So if the Bitcoins go well, I mean, most of the company might go well.
Do you think a personal brand and founder-led branding is a good thing and is the right way to go for these companies? Because we have quite a few examples, right?
Yeah. So I mean, any company which is listed need to have some reach. If they don't have some reach, they're not gonna target. Not gonna reach the retail market. So if they reach a market, usually. So I had this question from a guy. So okay, in your company, who is the Bitcoin Jesus? You know, Bitcoin Jesus. So I guess it should be me as of now. But I don't know if I'm fine with the Bitcoin Jesus name, but
Yeah, why not? Why not?
but so I think as in any conference, you always people always need to understand the underlying spirit, the vision of the person. So this is something which is inspiring. It's not really a game or you're not acting or something. It's just you have this vision and you try to deliver this message. And because it's listed company, you have to deliver to the retail market. So it has to be something which is understandable and sometimes meaningful. It's like, okay, our purpose is like, we think that Bitcoins will let people be free in terms of self-custody of their assets,
And that's value-led marketing in a way as well.
Yeah, I mean, it can be used as marketing.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Yeah.
So there's so it's good to say true thing and use it as a marketing argument, right?
100%. Everything can be used as a marketing argument at this point. Yeah.
Sometimes it helps to simplify a bit, but the concept are there. Like for me, Bitcoin limited store value can be stored by yourself. You don't need anything. You don't need any government, any bank. You can survive war. I mean, it's a revolution.
And one last question about the future, right? Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now, your company?
So, always difficult to answer, but for me, it's pretty clear that in the future, you see, I mentioned we have been payment service provider for 20 years, so we know how to do the networks and build network for payments and trade. Commerce, exchange will still exist. Always. People, we have to trade something. So, and the network. So, if we call in blockchain like layer 2 of Bitcoin, I mean, those kind of communication tools, it's just a communication tool. It's a way to communicate about the transaction and say, okay, this and go to that. It's going to exist. I don't know in the future how it will go. But what I'm sure is like, what we see today is like banks, they have the network and the reserve. So what we see is like we were deeply involved in the payment sphere with the network, and we piled the reserve. So we hope to be the next generation of BTC company, but also the next generation of banks.
Thank you very much. It was very, very insightful. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.